when I'm supposed to be going. Look, let me just show you in case you're wondering what's happening. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to connect, but let me get my tripod. I'll walk with you to my tripod because I have no idea with this technology. Sometimes it can do its own things. Okay, let me put you here on the tripod. Uh, this was not the plan. The plan was not to go live via my mobile. It was to go live via my laptop. And as you can see, I see, okay, yeah, I've already shown you. But we are here. Okay, I'm trying to find my light. Where's my light? I am so sorry, guys. I'm such a mess today. Uh, is it bright enough? Oh gosh, today is just a mess, guys. I just got home and got myself. Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. This is so unprofessional on me. Don't worry, we'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get. We'll get it. Yeah. I'm not ready. To be honest with you. Okay. I'm just setting up in front of me and put you in a reasonable distance so I don't be like on your face. Because we're going to be talking about some serious things, and I feel like my lighting is just terrible. I have my box light here, but it doesn't seem to be doing the job that I needed to do. Anyways, guys, how has your day been? Business partners, not guys. What am I talking about? Okay, maybe let me also switch on this light. Ah, gone darker. Anyways, it's okay. We'll get through this chaos this evening, guys. I just got back from work. I thought I would have been here by at least 6:30 or quarter to seven or something like that. But roadblocks from the train station and the Uber that I had taken, the guy was not in good standing with the road and all, that. So now it delayed me. And I was like begging the police officer, like, please, can you let him go or something like that? Why does it does it lose focus as well? This is crazy. I'm live. Oh man. Like I was saying, so I'm like begging and at the same time, like, nah, I'm not gonna give him what he's asking the driver because he wanted 500 rand from the driver. And in my pocket, I only had 200 rand. And I was like, man, what do we do? Because seriously, we cannot be stuck here, and I need to go to my second job. I always call my YouTube creation my second job. I will always say I'm going to. Some people ask me at work, like, where are you going from here? I'm like, oh, I'm going to work. And they'll be like, but you're just coming back from work. I'm like, oh, I have another job as well. So this is my second job. That is why I always encourage you guys to always refer to your YouTube creation as being on the job. If you're not going to call it a job, at least call it a business. I'm going to my business or establishing my business and things like that. I see there's five of us here, and I see also that the Wi-Fi is not doing well. Guys, I want to show you something. I'm supposed to be live via my laptop. You see what it's doing? This is where we're supposed to be, not here. I just thought, let me just show you. I'm being unconventional today. I'm being very unconventional today. So, anyways, guys, as you already know, business partners, that we are going to be talking about brand deals, how and what, and how you should also expect yourself as a content creator or look at yourself as a content creator. I mean, I even had a perfect title on this live, but nothing is happening. I don't know what's happening. Yeah. So, as a content creator, you are not only just a content creator on YouTube, and I'm sure you already know this. I'm sure you've seen other content creators. Uh, they create, but at the same time, they get approached. by brands. They get approached either for integration. We'll talk what integration means. Dedicated videos. We'll talk about what a dedicated video, or sometimes they just get called to be dropped free products, whether it's PR drops or gifts or whatever the case might be. And then in sometimes these drops or the gifts that they give content creators, there are terms and conditions that you'll have to agree with. And I'm going to give you two platforms that I think is the best. I'm not quite, I did try to, but I did see that I could apply as a South African into those two platforms that I'm going to share with you at a later stage. And I'll tell you why I think you should join those two platforms. They're international platforms, but because I think you take yourself seriously as a content creator, and therefore the PR drops that you are going to anticipate, they are of quality, something that you yourself you'll be proud to use, even show off to your friends, family members, and things like that. But I just want to say this, that as a small content creator, because I see a lot of small content creators think, oh my goodness, I want to grow my YouTube channel, or I want to grow my Instagram, or I want to grow my X or my Facebook to this big number. That way, brands will be attracted to inviting me or approaching me and work with me. Well, let me tell you something. The wheels have changed, and I'll tell you why the wheels have changed. Brands these days are going for what you call nano content creators. So basically, a nano content creator is a creator that has about 1,000, yes, 1,000 to 50,000 followers and or subscribers on their YouTube channels. That is what big brands are doing these days. And the reason why big brands are doing this is because over the years, the people that they assumed had a lot of numbers behind them, like 100,000 subscribers or 100,000 followers, 1 million subscribers or 1 million followers. So now these days, they have this software that can tell that you have authentic or organic following, or you have fake or non-organic following. So now they can tell these days. They just whip out that software when they approach you, and with all those numbers, because they're thinking they are going to benefit from approaching you and working with you, only to find out that not even 1% of the following engage the content, versus a small content creator. A small content creator with 1,000 followers, plus or minus two to 300, sometimes even 500 people engage your content either by liking or liking and commenting, or liking, commenting, and sharing. Also, people following your page. Because it's clear that as a small content creator, you are creating something that people resonate with. Secondly, you are creating something that people enjoy and also willing to hear or get influenced by you if you come with a certain product and you say, I'm selling this Samsung cell phone, it's got these great cameras and da da da. People will like, oh my goodness, Clantis is holding. They might even ask in the comment section, hey, what is that cell phone called again? That is what brands are looking for, that type of engagement. But your so-called influencers, I'm gonna put this in inverted commas because this is research I'm talking about. This is research. Your so-called influencers, the ones that you think, oh my goodness, if I can get the same numbers as, no, they are being dropped like flies by brands because they have fake engagements. They have fake following. And now the brands, what did they do? They are shifting down to small creators because small creators have authentic audience. Secondly, a small creator is of influencer, always going to be consistent with your content on your. And also, when a brand sends you a product, either to review or maybe they'll tell you to wear that product on your videos, you always do it because You don't have an attitude of, your attitude is more like, I want to succeed as a content creator and I want brand deals. Because the truth of the matter is, let me speak for YouTube. I cannot speak for Instagram or TikTok or any other platform. The Google AdSense that we earn compared to brand deals, the YouTube AdSense is a drop in the ocean. It's a drop in the ocean. Versus, and I'll give you a practical example. I did a brand, but I did it on some other platform. And I was asked to do product testing. Now, product testing, I was, they actually the ones that proposed that we only pay $150 per 30 minutes. And I was like, okay, because I'm new in this, I was testing an app of some sort. And so, of course, this didn't need me to be on video because it's something that I have to use a microphone and basically talk about my experience regarding the product that has been sent to me to test it out. So $150 per what do you call this, per 30 second, I mean per 30 minutes as I was doing this. At the end of the day, because I had one day and then I was given 12 hours, I made a lot of money out of that. A lot of money compared to my Google AdSense that paid me, I think that particular month, it had paid me something like 22,000 Rand versus tens of thousands of rands that I was already having in my pocket. So the point that I'm trying to make here is, as a content creator, your vision must not only be this limited, like, oh, I'm just going to be happy if my YouTube channel is monetized and making money on YouTube. No, you will not be making money on YouTube as much as when you are also attracting brand deals and sponsorships. Okay. So, like I said, brand deals are focusing more on small content creators. So now I want you to set yourself up as a small content creator to start attracting these brands. Now, how are you going to attract these brands? Before we get to that, so there are three types of sponsorships or brand deals that brand might come to you and say, hey, listen, we would like you to do a integration on your videos and we'll pay you X amount of money. Or they'll say, can we do an integration on your YouTube videos in exchange for a free product? And in most cases, the free product they're going to send you, it's a very expensive product, because there's no way that you are going to have an integration on your YouTube video for something that does not even have quality. So what is an integration? An integration is more like where for 30 seconds you mention the brand's name and maybe few little functions of that particular brand or product that you are going to be promoting. Just 30 seconds and then it's over. But what is important to a brand deal is that their name is going to be seen by the multitudes of your audience. That's all that they care about. They're putting the name or the brand or the product in front of your audience. For example, if I'm not sponsored by what I'm going to mention, better health. People are struggling with all kinds of mental health issues. Today, I saw a content creator who is here, Buluku. I know you didn't like what I said. I know you didn't like what I said. I don't know if you responded because I couldn't see. I was busy also working. She is burnt out. She's tired. And in most cases, when you are tired, there is a sense of guilt and fear as well, especially if you are a YouTuber with that algorithm. There's this sense of fear. So now, if you have better health by your side, again, I'm not sponsored for mentioning this. It's very important, guys. Something that I want to remind you, since we're talking about brands. Every time you are going to mention a brand name or a brand product, if you are not sponsored or paid by them, say it that you are not sponsored or paid by them, so that in future, if a competitor of that particular brand wants to either integrate or dedicate a video or collaborate with you, they must not use now that what do you call this, what you had said the other time carelessly. They will think you were paid, even if you say no, I was not paid. the fact of the matter is you mentioned their name and they are their direct competition. So you would lose great deals of brands that way. So always make that disclaimer and say, I am neither sponsored nor paid by the name of this brand I'm going to mention, or the brand or the product itself. Okay, let's do that. So Better Health, again, I'm not sponsored by them. If you have a, what do you call this, an account with them, you're able to contact them like, listen, I'm going through this as a content creator, right? And then if you are sponsored by Better Health, I hear it pays a lot of money, and a lot of content creators in America wants to be sponsored by Better Health. I don't know. That's what I hear. But the point I'm also making, the reason why I'm mentioning Better Health, you as a content creator, you must set yourself up by mentioning not brand deals, by mentioning brands on your videos, by mentioning brands on your social media platform, tag them even to show them that you appreciate them so much so that you are even willing to mention them on your videos absolutely for free, even though you made that disclaimer that you are neither paid or sponsored by them. But at least they will notice you and say, oh, Clantis mentioned us. Someday when he's monetized, or someday when his channel is a little bit bigger than what we are looking for, he is definitely somebody that we are going to approach and collaborate with. Now, collaborations with brands can last anything between one integrated or one dedicated video. Now, what is a dedicated video? A dedicated video, it is where the entire video is about that brand and the product that they have sent you. So very important that you read the terms and conditions. Also, make sure that if ever they say sign a contract, that you read the contract thoroughly, so that words such as exclusivity and add what is called where basically you are not allowed to work with any other brand for X number of months or X number of years. Be careful of such words in your contract. That is why when you get a contract from a brand, maybe it's also time that when you are monetized, you take a percentage of your earnings on YouTube and put it towards a savings towards a lawyer, so that every time you get these brand deal contracts, you take that contract to the lawyer. So the lawyer will go through the contract. So you will able also to consult with the lawyer where he's going to, or he or she will ask you questions. Do you want to have an exclusivity? Because exclusivity also means the money goes higher, because now you are excluding all the other brands that you would have otherwise made a lot of money. Now, because this brand is holding you from making that money, then you increase the money for exclusivity. Okay, but I know I'm jumping the gun here. I know that my channel is mostly watched by females. 69% of my views here on this channel is females. So I okay, let me not stereotype. Possibly the majority, or at least some of you, are into the lifestyle, beauty, motherhood, or some type of wholesome content. There are different types of brands there also that you can participate in. Maybe as a mom or a housewife, you can attract products such as Omo, or basically Prime, Prime, I almost said Prime Media. What do you call Tiger Brands? Because Tiger Brands has all kinds of brands that you can actually request them to send you some of these products so that you can review them or talk about them. But guys, it's important that in the beginning, right now, because you want to be noticed, right? Do things for free. One or two brands for free. Don't expect money. You also tell them, I don't expect anything from you. All I want is to build some kind of relationship with you, that someday when you have a budget to have an influencer or a content creator, you consider me, because you have shown them through the videos that you are going to be creating, where you mention them or where you demonstrate. Maybe you even do an entire dedicated video on Omo, or again, I'm not sponsored by Omo or Tiger Brands. or any of that. But I'm just making a demonstration. You can do like a dedicated video on Tiger brand products and tag them on Instagram, on your Facebook, on TikTok. With YouTube, it's not easy to tag a brand from what I've seen. However, a brand can notice you by adding specific hashtags in your description. In your description, guys, it's very important that you do not put any more than 3 hashtags. You're going to choke your video. The tags has its own provision. It's even written tags. You only do is just type, let's say, beauty, and then you either go enter or you click, yeah, enter, and then it's going to be in a bubble type of situation. So it's important that you specifically say the name of the product, the name of the brand, and all of that stuff. You can even fill that part with all the types of products that Tiger brands may have, so that when they want to promote something, they came across your YouTube video. Because all these companies, they have what you call social media managers. The social media managers, their jobs is to scour the internet looking for people like you. So place yourself in front of them. Okay, place yourself in front of them by doing integrated videos where you just mention the name of the brand. Like I said earlier on, I mentioned the name of this, even though I'm not sponsored by them. And in passing, in this live, this very live, in the description box, I am going to say hashtag Samsung. And then in the tags, there's going to be Samsung this, Samsung that, Samsung that, da, da, da. Why? Because I want Samsung someday to come across this live. And if they liked what they saw, then they collaborate with me. Again, I'm not sponsored, no paid by Samsung to mention them. Okay, let's move on to some few little things that I wanted to see. I have my notes here. It's like 10 pages long. So we are in class officially. And again, I'm going to be looking down now and again just to remind myself of my script. I was reading the script inside the how train, and I was like, ooh, am I going to be able to do this? So how about your, okay, yeah. Set yourself up for brands to be attracted to you. Let's start with branding, your own brand, whether that is branding of your YouTube channel, or whether that is branding of your Instagram page, or branding of your TikTok. When I go to your Instagram page right now, what am I going to see? Is it going to be clear what your Instagram page is all about? Yes, we're talking about niching. Just like on YouTube, on Instagram, you also have to follow a certain niche that when brands look at your page and say, yep, that's definitely, this is the page that you would like to collaborate with. Same goes with the YouTube channel. When I go into a YouTube channel under About, what am I going to see? Am I going to see what exactly your YouTube channel is about and how many times a week do you post? Same goes to your Instagram. Go check my Instagram, Clantis underscore Dumagude. You will see I say I'm a digital content creator or digital creator. And then just below that, I mentioned 3 of my niches. I say business, I say content creator. Do I say content creator? I say something. Let me just check what I say. I know I say 3 of my niches, and finance is also part and parcel of that particular situation. Let me show you. Yeah, I say digital creator just underneath my name, digital creator. Then the content that I create or the niches that I do is business, content creator, and finance. There we go. I don't know if you'll be able to see. All right. And then right beneath it, another thing as well, guys, that you must always remember is that never hide your contacts. Usually it's going to be your email address or your PO box, so that when brands want to send you free gifts, or not free gifts, if you want to send you a gift or free products, they know exactly where to send it to, or maybe an email to just let you know who they are and what they're interested to do, or a PO box where they can drop these products at. Okay, so do all of that in your bio, because if you are going to go to where it says a link and what, it gets hidden for or from the brand managers. So if you have it right there visible in your what do you call this, in your bio, then you make it easier for brands to find you and send you these emails and free products and gifts for you to either I don't know, advertise them or mention them, or whatever the agreement between you and them is going to be. Okay, so clearly define what your channel is about, clearly define what your Instagram page is about through branding. And how many times a week do you what do you call it, post videos? For me, I do say underneath my email address, new vids Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then right underneath it, then I go to the link where I linked my YouTube channel, the URL of my YouTube channel, so that if a brand comes across my Instagram, like what they see, but also want to be a little bit sure with what exactly do you mean that you do business content creator as well as finance, and then they click on the link, and then it will direct them to my YouTube channel where they will see me doing exactly this. If it's still what they like, then of course they'll invite me to collaborate with them on a certain campaign. Whether the campaign is a paid or free, it's all going to be between you and the brand, where you are going to discuss terms and conditions. Again, look out for exclusivity, okay? Because you don't want to find yourself locked into a brand. Like a certain content creator not so long ago, a very young content creator was played, I would say, by a certain brand. And they thought that, oh, I'm going to be part of this company for 2 years. And for 2 years, he couldn't do anything else but focus on that company. And the money that he was given was not enough. It didn't even last him 2 months, but he had 2 years of just being fed a certain drink. And every time when he came on his YouTube channel, he needed to have this drink in front of him, behind him, everywhere for 2 years. So do not find yourself in a situation like that because you did not read the contract. You were so excited, and of course, you know nothing about this kind of world. Take your contract to a lawyer. The lawyer will break it down for you, and then you go back with already some red marks of what needs to be fixed, what needs to be removed in that contract, and let them redraft it. And once they send it back, take it back to your lawyer and see if everything that you said must not happen indeed is not happening, like exclusivity. If exclusivity is going to be involved, don't be afraid. Know your worth. We'll talk about your worth towards the end of this live. Now, the other thing that is important, I think I did mention it, but in passing, post brands on your Instagram. If you are in the lifestyle or beauty or cooking niche, post those brands. Let's say you are a cooking channel. Utilize your equipment when you are baking a sponge cake. Guys, I love sponge cakes. I don't lie, I love sponge cakes. So I'll always make an example of that. How to bake a sponge cake. Use those materials that you have in your kitchen. But what's important is the ingredients that you are going to use, whether the name of the flour that you're going to use for your sponge cake, the name of the vanilla, or the name of oil, whatever the case might be, butter. Put all of these things, and you are promoting them. Why you're promoting those? So that someday some flour or whatever flour, I'm talking not the rose flour, I'm talking the baking flour, they approach you and say, hey, we like your content on Instagram, can we sponsor you with a maybe 100,000 rand, one carousel, one story time or stories, one reel, 100,000 rand. There are a lot of content creators that have made far more than 100,000 Rand. Again, they don't give a hoots about your how many followers you have. What they care about is the quality of your videos. And the second thing they care about is the engagement. If you have 1,000 followers and 300 people, let's say from 50 to about 300 people that are liking, that are engaging the video, and also following and doing all those activities, this is exactly what brands are looking for. They're looking for eyeballs. That's all they care about, because the eyeballs, that's where the money is. Okay, so post brands. If you are in the beauty space, you can your night routine. Maybe you're using Posha M products. Use and tell your audience, I'm using Posha M toner, I'm using Posha M facial wash, I'm using Posha M whatever, serum, all of that stuff. And then you tag Posha M in your title. Who knows? Portia M one day might actually love what she sees and approaches you and say, can I send you products? Maybe for free. Take it. Because when you take it, you are building a relationship with Portia M. And when Portia M sends you free stuff and she doesn't pay you a cent, go to town with that video when you are going to create it in promoting those products. So much so that in the next paid campaign, you the person that she calls. It's not some big YouTuber or big influencer, but you. So do everything that you can, and when you do it in such a way that you actually got paid for what you're doing. Now, the other thing that you also need to learn is discipline yourself with time, because there are deadlines. If you know yourself, you're a procrastinator. I'm not going to say to you, brand deal is not your thing. But I will say to you, can you pull up your socks? Because there is a time frame that you are going to be given by brands. And also, it's important that for me, whenever I get an assignment, I want to get it off my hand immediately. Immediately, I want to get it off my hand. So the moment it arrives, I want the day when it ends, I'm at least 95% done. The following day, I'm just doing touch ups and then send it way before the deadline is approaching. I used to do the same thing with assignments back at university. The moment I get an assignment, I'm climbing on it today. And if it's due in 3 months, mine is it's already submitted in 3 weeks. That's how I am. The reason why I'm also giving you this advice is because you might find yourself being so attractive, not to one brand or two brands or three brands, or maybe six, seven brands. You attracted them for whatever reason. And then all of them, they have deadlines. Do you understand how you can actually overwhelm yourself if you procrastinate with the first brand that sent you things, and now you are getting more? Do you think you are going to deliver on time? You are going to build a bad reputation for delivery. So it's important that you be disciplined as a content creator, starting with your channel, starting with your Instagram page, your TikTok. If you know that I upload so many days or so many times in a week, do it, because that's how exactly it's going to be with brands. That's how your money is going to be made, right? So it's important that you post brands, do reels, do carousels, do stories, do all of that. You can post across the board, all your social media platforms, promoting or talking about the same thing. Okay. So let's see what else. Yeah, I already discussed the terms and conditions that comes with these things. What else that is down here that I have not touched that I want you to know about? La, 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 la. Oh yeah. Now let's talk about the two platforms that I want you to jot down right now. You're a small content creator, and they love small content creators, these two platforms, okay? The first one is one word: buttermilk. Butter, Butt, I almost said double T, Butteer, milk, Milk. Okay? I hope you've written that. So you go to buttermilk.com. I think they even have an app, if I remember, either between that or the other one. Get yourself your email address, sign yourself up with your email address, and also plug in all your social media platforms on this website, okay? So now, once you have done that, what you have done is you have set yourself up for brands that are part of a network. And most of these brands, they are very reputable brands. Your Dolce& and Gabbanas are there. Okay, your Maybellines are there, your Garniers are there. There's so many big brands that are there. So if they come across your profile and they like the aesthetic of your content, they will email you and say, listen, we would like to send you products for you to try on. But the nice thing about them is they don't expect you to create any video or any content around the product they're going to send you. But I say to you, create content on the products they are going to send you. Specific products, maybe they will send you, maybe it's a Dolce& and Gabbana product that they might send you. Yes, they do, they do, they do. Maybe it's a Dolce& and Gabbana product they're going to send to you. Review it, use it, show it, and talk about it, either in a dedicated video or in an integration, right? And then tag Dolce& and Gabbana, tag Buttermilk. More of other brand managers, when they come across your profile, there's going to be a video or a carousel or a photo or something where they'll be like, oh wow, this content creator did not have to do this. Guess what they do now to reward you is to give you a paid campaign. And this is now an international paid campaign. So that means you are not going to be earning in rands, but you're going to be earning in dollars. And maybe in these dollars, maybe they'll say, our budget is $10,000 for you. Is that enough? Take it. Take it. But I must also warn you, do not take products or brands that does not relate with the content that you are putting out on your platforms. Do not sell something that your audience, you know for sure they are not going to buy or even take an interest in. For example, me, I don't drink alcohol. Imagine now here I am advertising, and it pays a lot, by the way, alcohol. If alcohol ever approach you and you drink, there's money there. There's a lot of money in alcohol. I've been approached by alcohol brand before for my main channel. I turned it down. I was like, that's not my brand. I don't drink. So it will not be right for me to lie to my audience and say, hey guys, I'm here to promote Johnny Walker. I'm not sponsored by Johnny Walker or paid by Johnny Walker. And then I'm here to promote that drink. And people know that I don't drink. Do you understand the dishonesty that I've already shown the people, the clan? I don't smoke, and here I am here on this very channel. I'm showing you me what do you call this? Nkgudula iwunga. I'm not wunga. What you call that thing? Um, um, that stuff everybody's smoking. Yeah, that with pipes and all that stuff. Hookah, not wunga. Hookah. And here I am busy brewing, I'm advertising or promoting a certain scent or a certain flavor. And you all be like, is Clantis okay? Because we know him not to smoke. You understand what I'm trying to say? Be honest. Do not sell your audience something that you don't use, something that you don't eat, or something that you don't drink. People will see right through you and they will call you out. If you're not going to lose the subscription, they are going to call you out. Okay? So be careful. Now, the second platform is called Skippers. Skweper. Skippers. Skweepers. This one is a little bit stricter when they are going to send you a product it's usually free. The exchange is you are going to either do an integration or you are going to do a dedicated video. It's all going to depend on what you agreed with them. So what they do is once they give you that kind of brief, you submit that video. And then what do they do with that video? They then send it to different brands. So basically, you're pitching yourself to skippers, and then skippers take your video and then send it to different brands. If those brands like what they see, then they will write to skippers and say, we want this particular creator, and this is the product that we would like them to promote. Sometimes they'll say, okay, send this product to the content creator of our choice to promote this particular product, and then send the video to them. So you'll send the video to Skipper. Skipper will then send it to the client. And if the client loves what they see, this is when they call you for a sometimes an interview, like a verbal virtual interview. If it's not a verbal interview, then they give you a paid campaign immediately. You get a paid campaign immediately. They will tell you how much they are willing to pay you, etc. and so on. If you feel like this is not your worth, negotiate it. It's very important that you learn how to negotiate when you are a content creator. I know a lot of content creators, they don't know exactly how much to charge. Like, I only have 1,000 subscribers or I have 5,000 subscribers, but I'm not quite sure exactly how much to charge. Don't worry, I got your back. I got your back on this one because I was in a meeting earlier this week. No, was it this week? No, last week. I was invited by a content creator, but I discovered that this is a talent agent of some sort, and this talent agent also has connections with brands. And I asked a question in the virtual meeting, which we had, I think it was Tuesday. I'm not going to mention because the content creator asked me not to say anything. I'm not to mention names. I asked a question about gatekeeping. I said, it looks like in South Africa, when it comes to the whole brand thing, this entire thing is gatekept. And she said, yep, it is gatekept. And I got all the keys to the doors of every brand deal that is here in South Africa. I looked her up. Indeed, she's legit. She worked for YFM. She worked for SABC. She now has her own talent agency, and she's dealing a lot with content creators. The smaller the content creator is, the more she comes at you. That's how she got hold of me as well, and through the content creator that I was sharing about. So I asked that question, and it seems as though indeed in South Africa, if you ever thought a brand is just going to approach you out of the blue, you're dreaming. And in order for you in South Africa to get a brand, either the brand really, somebody who is a brand manager in some company happens to watch your videos or maybe follow you on Instagram and they like what they see, then you may get that manager, the marketing manager coming to you and offering you a paid campaign. But where you remember some people say you need to write to these brands, you're wasting your time. I'm telling you right now, you are wasting your time. The best thing to do if you want to work with brands in South Africa, you need to be a part of some sort of management or an agency of some sort because they have all the keys to all these brands in order for you to have a brand deal. I am saying this because I have made a rant video, not in a rant video, it was more like on my it was a vlog. If you watch my last vlog, I go on brands why they do what they do, especially to content creators of a particular age, like 40s. They're seemingly focusing a lot on younger people. And even if they go to younger people, it's a certain type of younger people because not all young people that are content creators are being approached by these brands. So I made a little rant on that, and seemingly it was confirmed. And I was like, yeah, I knew it. I knew that we had to go through somebody to get to whoever we want to go to. But also, the nice part about these platforms is that they are global. Somebody from somewhere in America connecting. Guys, did you see me? My Wi-Fi is dancing out of the blue, and all the comments are gone. And I was gonna go to the comment section. Oh no. What's happening? Come on, guys. Tell me if you. Oh, of course you can. Okay, let's see. Let me find you. Let me find you. Live chat. Oh yeah, there we go. We're back. We're back. Oh, we can. Oh, okay. No, thank you. I was seeing reconnecting. So, anyways, skippers and bubble milk. I hope you guys wrote that down, and it's something that you are going to pursue going forward. Get your names in there. Get international brands because not everybody is privileged to have this information. Someday, when this live it blows up, then more South Africans will know about this. So get yourself there quickly as possible and start getting those brands. Like I said, tag brands when you are mentioning them in your videos, on your Instagram post, whether you're posting the reels or all of that. Please make sure that you tag them because when you tag them, you're also attracting them to your pages. They may follow you for a while. They might not come and approach you immediately. They just want to see your consistency in quality. They want to see consistency in engagements with your audience, as well as how authentic all these followers are. They can tell, guys. They can tell. Which therefore I'm saying, never buy followers, never buy subscribers, because this is going to hit you in the pocket. And I'm telling you right now, no brand these days is giving brand deals and collaborations to big content creators because they've been found to have fake engagements, fake followers, and fake everything. Now they're going for us, the small guys. And that is why knowing your worth is very important. So the question that I asked in my page 8, that's where we're at now, in my page 8 of 10 pages, how much are you? I even wrote it in big bold letters. How much are you as a content creator? This is where now many creators get stuck. So when I said earlier to you, I was invited to that creator meeting with this agent. I went. I went with my questions like, oh, okay, nobody tells us how much exactly are we supposed to charge. Nobody says anything. It's stuff that we have to figure out ourselves. Others are very scared to even say 50 rand, maybe, and only to find out actually you're worth 1,000 rand. So if you are going to sell yourself short, the brand will be like, oh, okay, I'm going to give you what you asked for. In most cases, this is a secret apparently. Oh my goodness, I hate this. I don't know how to focus the anyways, I'm using the front camera. Maybe that's why. The secret is every brand before it approaches an influencer or a content creator, they already have a budget. For example, let's say the budget is 2 million rand, and that 2 million rand is at least half of it or two-thirds of it is supposed to come to you. And then they propose, or they approach you and say, okay, we are willing to pay you 150,000 rand for this brand campaign. But you're looking at the brand campaign, you're like, why 150,000 rand? Then you're like, what's your budget? Apparently, that's what you need to ask. what is your budget? Usually they're not going to tell you it's 2 million rand. They're going to say something like, it's a million rand. And then you look at the project, tell them flat on their faces, I'm going to charge a million rand. Chances are you are going to get that million rand because the budget is 2 million rand. So it's not, what do you call this? It's not something to fear to ask what the budget is for that campaign. They will tell you what the budget is because, anyways, that budget is going to show on the annual financial year. Maybe you are that type of content creator who also want to know, especially if it's a public company, where they have to publicize these figures, and then you go there and you're like, ah, that campaign worked that much, and I was only paid so much. That is why you go a little bit higher. If they come down to a point where you feel like, no, they're going to reject that, that means the budget value is small as well. So you can push as hard as you can, but don't push too hard to a point where they say, okay, we'll get another content creator. Thank you so much for giving us your attention. So when you go up, don't go up too high, and just be smart about it. Play that game until you get as close as possible to half of the budget. All right, that's the advice I was given. However, though, if a brand approaches you for a paid campaign, always play around $100. I'm going to use dollars on this one because this is a global platform. You can convert it into your own country's currency. Do not be afraid to charge $150 for a photo. If a brand says, we want you to do, because in most cases, the request is one photo, one carousel, one reel, one story sometimes. Or they'll say, and one TikTok. So now you need to look, because this is your time. All this you're creating is your time. You're going to be using your own money, maybe to hire a hotel room for aesthetics, because the aesthetics is also very important. There's no way that you are going to shoot a brand at home. That's not going to happen. With kids running around, if you have children, with probably walls that are uneven in color because of age, probably all of that stuff, it's best to go and find some place that is aesthetic where you're going to use your own money. Of course, the money is going to come back. But the point that I'm trying to make is never be afraid to charge for a photo between $100 and $150. For a carousel, $300 to $500. For a reel, $500 to $700 for a reel. If they want a TikTok, another $700. So do you see how your money then also increases under that one request? And make sure, please, whatever you do, make sure exclusivity is not in that request, where you are blocked from working with other brands. They just want you to focus on them and them alone. That also includes their competitions. So make sure that you don't make that mistake of doing that. Dedicated videos, I said $700. Integration, I said $350. Carousels, $200. A reel, $200. Now you know how much you are worth. Multiply that by 19 since we are in South Africa. If you're in Canada, I think you add an extra $100 and things like that. All right? That is how much you are worth as a small content creator, because at the end of the day, you are in business of making money. You are not there to lose money, because you are going to be spending money to film these reels in an aesthetic place. Okay? So have a budget, I would say. So when you are monetized, take a percentage, set it aside for things like this. When brands come, you know you got money saved up to hire a cameraman for professionalism, an editor to make it look really, really nice. Also, a hotel room or Airbnb or whatever the case might be for your aesthetics, do it that way. Have some money set aside. Uh, my second last page. Here, I say make sure at the back of your mind, all of your followers are authentic. None of them is fake or a bot, and never buy them either because they will negatively affect your you getting what do you call this? Getting brands. Okay. Yeah, and also with your engagement, make sure, I don't know how you're going to make sure, but of course, by posting quality content, brands want at least 2% of engagement from your videos. Like I said, if you have 1,000 followers, at least 200 people must engage your posts, right? Because at least they are guaranteed when they send you products or they go on a paid campaign with you that 200 people would have seen their product. 200 people would have seen the brand name. And possibly out of the 200, maybe if they're lucky, they may get 2 or 3 or 5 purchases. So they're looking for at least 2% of engagement on your videos or on your Instagram or TikTok and things like that. Anything below 2% depends on the quality and your consistency. They may actually come and say, hey, let's work together, right? So it's important to do that. Again, if you're wondering what is engagement, that is likes, that is comments, that is shares, that is subscribers or following, new people following because of the great content that you are putting out. Okay. Yeah. Again, it must all be in relation to the following that you have. Okay. Otherwise, you may be in trouble. Well, what else that I wanted to say? One of the major factors. Okay. Oh yeah, I've already covered why big content creators are no longer looked at by brands is because of fake engagement. Don't get caught. Yeah, the last point that I want to make. No, no, it's not the last point. Some of us get invited to content, not content creation, we get invited to events. YouTube would invite us to an event sometime, maybe twice a year. And the things that I've witnessed, simply because you are small, you are humble, you are responding to people, you are nice, you're beautiful, and then you get caught up because all these brands are giving you attention. You are making millions of rands on dollars because you're getting all this attention from brands, and then you get invited by YouTube to be with other YouTubers under the same roof, and then you have this disgusting attitudes. Whatever you do, please don't do that. Be authentic always. Be you. Be the person that you are right now, even when you are big and wealthy from your content creation. The stuff that we see is like, wow. You must remember, this is content creation world. One moment you are there, the next, the boo pantsy. You have fallen flat. And now suddenly you are going to these ones that you look down on, and now they are at your level, your former level. And suddenly now you recognize them. Don't expect them to look down and say, oh, hi, Clantis. They will remind you that when you were here, where they are now, you treated them like rubbish. You form cliques. I don't understand why form a clique inside an event full of other content creators. Is this high school? They're not mingling. They want people to come to them because they are stars. Please don't do that. Don't get caught up. It's easy for all of this when you are succeeding in the world of brand deals and sponsorships to get into your head. And then suddenly you think you are better than everybody. Be careful. Be yourself. Be always humble. It's very important. My last point, if you are seeing that your star is rising as a content creator. You're getting all these brands attracted to you. When you want to think of going full time as a content creator, let's say you have a 9 to 5, or maybe you are unemployed, or maybe you're a housewife, or whatever your circumstance is, and you are succeeding in the world of content creation. Brands are just literally falling all over you, wanting to collaborate with you, work with you. Full time content creation to me begins when you start earning, at least, this is for South Africans for now, at least 2,500 US dollars. That's about 45,800 Rand a month. If you can consistently get that amount of money every month, that's full time. Actually, in South Africa, technically in South Africa, once you earn $800, that's full time earning. But it's wishy washy, it's skating on thin ice. It's not, especially if you live a simple life, it's good, $800. But if you're going to live a lavish lifestyle or a bit of expensive lifestyle, then $2,500 a month, it is when you can start considering to like, I'm quitting my job and I'm going to go into content creation full time. I think in the US, from $8,000 to about $12,000, that's when you can start thinking about going full time in content creation, because you know that a month will not pass by without at least worked with two, three, or four brands. And 3 months later, when they pay, it's in hundreds of thousands of dollars. Or for us, it'll be millions of rands, at least 4 to 5 million Rand. So when you find yourself in that situation where you are getting attention, please, I must not come to a YouTube event and Puluku is now the it girl, and Puluku now doesn't come to me and say, hi, Manti. Instead, she wants me to come over. If I don't come over to her, she ain't coming to me because she's on that pedestal. Don't do it, because today you are there and tomorrow you are down here. I don't know where Mishali is going to end up, but from what I see, she is falling off her pedestal. That is exactly what I'm talking about. When your head they get a little bit big, I love Mishali, believe you me, but I'm just giving an example with the things that have been happening recently. And of course, people that don't like her, they are dancing on her grave and they wanted to see her fall flat on her face, which is horrible thing. I will never wish something like that on anybody. Guys, let me read your comments and and finish. My mouth is already tired for some reason. Wow. I have not done live on my phone before. Yeah, I have not. So everything looks a little bit smaller. Just Lucy says, good evening, business partners. Good evening to you too. Maka, oh, I was on schedule live. Yes, I know, man. I don't know. Maybe you see the replay. I show what's happening in the background. Mutle, hi Mutle. Loved your live this evening. Evening business partners. I'm here just on a call. What's up, Mutle? Thank you so much. Maka says, good evening, business partners. Good evening to you too, Peluku, my mentor. What's up, girl? And you want to take a break? Just got monetized? Congratulations, though. We'll talk about it. You're not going anywhere just yet. We'll talk about it. Puluku says, good evening, business partners. Good evening to you too, my friendo. The ghosted lady, business partner. what's, what's up? How yeah, I'm very well. Thank you so much. How's Dubai? Puluku says, wow, there's money here. Oh Lord. Lord. Never take brand deals for granted, y'all. You see people that are promoting stuff, they may not tell you. These people can charge up to 300,000 Rand. The bigger they channel, the more money they charge. Yeah, don't take them for granted. Lucy says that that's most content creators flooded to other platforms once YouTube has given them the exposure, cause the money here versus other platforms is incomparable. That's very true, but don't leave YouTube because YouTube is your springboard to be discovered by brands. So don't say, buy YouTube, I'm going to Instagram, and then you're missing a lot of opportunities because especially with international brands are mostly on YouTube than they are anywhere else. Because when they approach you from YouTube, they are going to say create also a Instagram reel. So don't discard YouTube altogether. But when it comes to AdSense alone, don't rely on AdSense alone. Don't do that. Loons, how are you, how are you doing? How are you doing, Loons? Look who's here. Ticoliza is here. How are you doing, Ticoliza? How come I didn't see the notification of this live? I have. Oh, yeah, you would not have because I did schedule the live with my channel because I've ran out of hours with StreamYard. You know, I'm using the free version. So I have to come live using the YouTube app. No, I will do better. I'm trying to learn how to go live here, like how to schedule the lives here on YouTube. They made it so difficult. I don't know why. Puluku says, I don't know what I missed. I got a call. Okay, I'm not quite sure at what point this is. Puluku says, wow, they have the key to the brands. I will be found. I will be found one day. No, you will definitely find one. The thing is, as a YouTuber, I think I've said this many a times before. You don't know who's watching. You just never know who's watching. So hold on to that faith that I don't know who's watching. Then Musha says that's the problem. I personally wouldn't know how to charge, and even though it's recommended to have a rate card from 1,000 followers slash subbies, but yo, where do I even begin? Well, at least I've given you some kind of foundation. It's going to be up to you. How do you work that particular foundation that I've given you? From $150, you can go back to the replay and rewrite everything that I've said. You give you their own price, and maybe it's not a price that you'll be happy with. All right. Puruku says, oh, we can hear and see you. Oh, yeah, I also just had it again. Puruku says, thank you. You're welcome. Puruku says, so they normally have a budget for a particular campaign. Okay. Yeah, also learn how to put together a media kit. I'm not sure how to put that together, but I believe what I said earlier, you can integrate that into your media kit and stuff like that. Then have Cynthia R. How Cynthia R. Hello, business partners. How are you doing, business partner? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Puluku says, now I'm too excited to go check them out. Go check them out. You'll be happy to see very popular brands just looking at you. You can choose any of them to be a part of. Yes, even South Africans can be a part because my research showed that we too can do it. They can send it from wherever to our mailbox. And then you have Puluku says, EU, Mihlali is a good example. Ish, yeah. I, you know, um, you know, a good example of humility and staying in the game and still get all these brand deals. Bonang Mateba. Bonang Mateba is a businesswoman when it comes to brands and all of this. She is humble when she meets people, and people fall in love with her all over again and again because she doesn't have a big head. If you go to an event and you see Bonang, sometimes when her eyes meet with yours, she'll be like, hey, that's what you do. That's how you melt people's hearts. Like, oh my goodness, this woman she is so big and beautiful and popular, and she looked my way and waved. That means a lot to people. Then when you're like, hi, like, okay. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. You're like, okay, cool. Enjoy your evening. Then Puluku says, I tried creating a media kit, but with no rates. Okay, now that you have the rates, attach them. $100, it's about 1,900 rand in South Africa. That's for a photo. So if a brand says, how much is it? We just say, $100 I charge. But of course, in South African rands. If it's an international brand, then use dollars. The ones that I've given you, use them. All right, guys, I think this is it for me. My jaws are like aching for some reason. I think I'm a bit tired. Oh, those of you who are monetized, something just happened this evening. What happened to our analytics? Because that's how we trace how much we are making as well. Do you know what happened to our analytics? I don't see mine. Puluku, I know you just got monetized. Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. If you are monetized and your analytics has disappeared in your YouTube, oh, it's back. No, it's back. It's back. It's back. No, anyways, guys, thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the support that I always get from you. I think I try to make this topic as simple as possible. I don't like going technical on people. So I want you to win. I want you one day to see you on billboards, on television, movies, wherever, on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, doing a brand integration or dedicated video, and also making the millions, making them $1 million, guys. That is all that I want to see from y'all. I'll be very happy. YouTube will be the end of. Betty and I always say, whenever something happens on YouTube, we're like, yo, content creation is going to be the end of us. Yeah, it definitely will, because from here, I'm going to relax a little bit. I have to edit the video that's coming out on Wednesday. Like I said, I do batch filming, guys, and then as I go along these days, I'm editing as I go. So from here, I'm just gonna edit and schedule that video for Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. We'll see. Maybe I might even do an extended video on this particular topic, just to touch on some serious stuff that I may not have touched, that I would want you to know about. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm so grateful, guys. Oh, I thought I was going to show you. I thought I was going to show you. My goodness. Um, Buluku, my friend, thank you so much for saying go live and grow your YouTube channels. Look. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Remember, I showed you my watch time yesterday. It was 1,054. No, 1,254. Look at it now. 1,302 hours. That means I grew by almost 100 hours in the last 48. Like, what? Sometimes you just advise people on things and you don't do it yourself. But Puluko, thank you. You're the one who drummed this up on us. You're like, guys, you see, you were listening. You see, that is why you're my mentee. That is why you're my mentee. Yeah, you were like, yeah. So by the end of this week, possibly, I would be at 1,800, moving to 2,000 by the weekend. By Monday, I would have hit 2,200 and so. By Thursday, my 3,000 hours, and I already have what? 500 subscribers, and then that's half monetization. I wouldn't have gotten this if it was not for you who was drumming this up, you and Nala, right? I am so grateful to you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for pushing this up. I did not push it as much as I should have. So, yeah, maybe you should take over this content creation, the one that I do, Puluku. Maybe you should. Now that you are monetized, you are not going anywhere, by the way. Did you read my comment? You don't get yourself into trouble, because watch hours do decrease when you are not uploading. And secondly, the last thing that you want after being monetized is leave. And YouTube will be like, where's my money? My 45%. And then you get punished for that when you come back. And then now you have to start again because you lose a lot of hours. Please film 8 videos, like I said, and then release them. Let them release themselves while you are taking a break. That's like June, July. You could be gone for 2 months. 4 videos in a month, 4 videos in a month. Shoot them now. Like this entire week, just shoot all those videos and then edit them, schedule them, then take your break. 1 video a week. That way, YouTube will be like, oh, okay, she's still uploading. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. The thing is, since they've grown since then. Puluku says, what happened about my mouth? I don't know. I think I've been talking a lot today. Puluku's laughing says YouTube will be the end of us. Puluku goes on to say, can you please leave those 2 websites on the community tab? Yes, I will. Not in the community tab. I'll leave it under the description box of this live stream. And you will definitely see us on those billboards. Mushle says, yeah, I want to see y'all. I want to say, I know her when I'm in a vehicle or something. Purku says, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, 3,000. I'm getting there by next week. Sit there clapping hands for me. Thank you so much. Purku says, I can't wait for 3,000 hours. It's coming. It's coming. Maka says, Puluku, yeah, thank you for pushing us, girl. Thank you for pushing us. Puluku says, I'm trying not to be on YouTube. I'm tired, my mentor. I know you are. But hey, you also don't want to get punished, eh? But remember, you taught me to film and schedule, so I did. I'm editing. Oh, then take your break. Take your breaks. After you film all those videos for all those weeks that you're going to be gone for, then take your break because that's what I want you to take that break. I don't want you to leave and then there's this lacuna that is left behind, and then when you come back, you are shadow banned. I would hate to hear you come back with tears after all this hard work that you've put in, and then encouraging us to go live, and then we now moving forward, and then you went backwards simply because you needed to take a deserved break. So please take that break. But I'm glad you batch filmed and you're currently scheduling after all the editing. I'm glad. I'm happy to hear that. Anyways, guys, I know I keep saying, where do you go and hey, people? Somebody tell me how do I end how do I end the live? Okay, let's see. Let's play with some buttons and see. Okay, this is a share button. Uh okay, this is the live chat button. The X. Oh, the X. And the X is right there. Okay. Thank you, thank you so much for look. I've not been on a live using my phone. Oh, by the way, I just realized something just before I forget, and then you'll be like, "Why are you vertical?" I realized that when I landscape, I go upside down like that. So I think YouTube has since changed, and it's putting out all of us a vertical when we go live. So that means it doesn't affect shorts and the shorts fund and all that stuff. We are good. We're good to go. But I can see the comments and everything. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much. Let's see each other again tomorrow. Today was episode what, 12? So we're going to episode 13 tomorrow, which is going to be great. Guys, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, business partners. So much love from me. Boy. Boy. Good night. Good night. Good night. Thank you, guys. There we go.